let's have you still with us and participate more, because the topic we are switching to is equally as interesting and a matter that most of the Zambians are so passionate about. It's football. Coach Franklin Malambo is with us. Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. Good morning to you.
The Chipolopolo just went to South Korea. Your impression?
Not what we were expecting, not what we were looking for on all accounts, both when you look at statistics and the football itself that was played. I think the team didn't do as well as we were expecting them, and clearly it shows that we have a lot of work to do between now and the time that the tournament starts.
What went wrong?
A lot went wrong. From the start, I think we did not get our approach very right in the matches. I think we were set up in a way that did not reflect that we had knowledge about the opponents that we were playing. Now, football itself, you do not play in a vacuum. You plan according to the opponents that you are going to face, but clearly from the way Zambia set up, that was not done. At the end of the day, we're victims of our own system. I'll give you an example. We played with 2 central midfielders. Unfortunately, against a team that plays with 4 to 5, already you are at its advantage. And that is why the midfield looked porous. The result of that is that the defense gets exposed. And when the defense gets exposed, you concede a lot of goals. As it can be seen, we conceded 10 goals in 2 matches.
The team that went into South Korea was released like a couple of days to go before they traveled, and most of the soccer fans were like, this is the team we've been looking forward to. Is that the team that we see proceed to the World Cup? Are there names that you will propose? Let's jig them up.
Well, beyond what you saw, maybe a key player that was missing, that was very instrumental in the qualification process, was Anavio Chitundu. But beyond that, it's pretty much the cream that we have that went to South Korea. But I think it's important that we remember that we're only going to get the best out of our players if we play them right, play them to the best of their abilities. Because winning a football match is not just about playing your best players, it's about playing the best combinations. But we did not really see the best of combinations in the outing.
Let's face it, could we just say that the South Koreans were far too superior over Zambia?
Not really. Look, in football, you always have to find a way to, even if your opponent is better, you have to find a way that works to your strength and be able to manage them better. I think we could have managed the South Koreans better if we were maybe say more compacted in the midfield, if we were more expressive as we went forward, and also ideally, if we had set up basically.
As you can see, I was just looking at some of the highlights there. Yep. You can see that in the first game, they managed to come back and lead momentarily, and then they came back, the South Koreans, and managed to. Yes, to carry it on. It seems like maybe we are failing to hold on to.
Yes, we're failing to hold on to leads. It goes down to game management at the end of the day. How do you manage matches? Look, the moment you get into a lead, for example, in the next 5 minutes, you cannot approach the match the same way you were approaching it before you were trying to get into a lead. You must ensure that is a consolidative period. And in that period, you basically seal off the loopholes. You basically deny them the space. But then we could not deny them the space. We allowed them the ball, and they were basically free walk in the back. So, again, I say we're just victims of the way that we set up.
South Korea, a good test, I should say, for the Copper Queens to get to prepare. Brazil up against Germany, they played yesterday. 2-0, I guess. Yeah. 2-1 to Brazil. And those are the teams Zambia is expected to play if all things go our way, we come out of the group stage. Yep. How should they prepare now?
Going forward, look, I think we can do well if we could go back to the basics that we used at the AFCON, for example. The way we played at the AFCON is very different from how we approach the South Korean matches. And in preparing for that tournament, I think we should get back to the basics. Let's play the players in the best positions and have a system that is going to allow us, for example, when we have little time on the ball, the moment that we get it, we maximize on it. What am I talking about? If you have, say, a focal point like Ochumba up top, I think she is able to work the channel, she's able to hold up possession for you, and that helps you in a lot of ways as long as you get possession for very limited time, because that's what we expect after all at the tournament. Beyond that, I think the Zambian setup is missing match analysts that are supposed to work behind the scenes, that are going to give the coaches information which is going to be very key as they prepare for these matches. Because you need an analyst that's going to analyze your own team, and equally an analyst that's going to analyze the opposition team. Once they analyze the opposition, that information which they give to you becomes very key as you prepare, because you're not going to be preparing from 0, you'll be preparing from 50%.
Great. We have a caller from Kabwe. Tell us your name.
I'm Humphrey.
Humphrey, go ahead.
Yes, my question is to the gentleman. Yes, sir. Is it possible to make some on the technical bench? That is my worry, because from the two games that I've watched, it's like the coach is unable to read the game. You see? So maybe I suggest that maybe you need some backup on the technical bench to include some people who can assist in reading the game technically.
Thank you, Humphrey.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I think what he says is basically building on to what I was just saying earlier. Analysts are going to be part of a technical bench that are going to analyze the match real time and basically relay information to the coach.
So that's more like beefing up the technical
basically,
bench.
yes, because look, as far as technical bench is concerned, you can never have too many numbers. You need as much as you can to prepare adequately, and sometimes the analysis must be real time as the match is going on. Information is passed on, and then changes are made accordingly.
Great. 253025. Let's pick another caller if we can. Now, Zambia is going into the World Cup carrying this huge responsibility of Africans on their shoulders. A team that came out third at the Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. Yep. That's not a joke. Beating all those teams that it beat all the way into closer to the finals. How do they, cement that superiority?
Build on the good things that we have. Look, we have very talented players in that team, but like I said, they don't play them to their strength, play them in the right areas. Obviously, we need to change as we move forward, adjust maybe in terms of play 2-3 more other friendlies that are going to give us a picture, but basically build on the good things that we have. Again, I say this: it's not about playing your best players; it's about playing your best combinations. Then you win matches.
Kazoka is on phone. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Machishi.
Good to have you on the line. Please go ahead, Mr. Kazoka.
Yeah, that women's team, I think, needs a very big overhaul. You understand what I'm saying? Girls playing at the international levels. And we need to actually put up a very strong team.
All right.
There are a lot of people, there are a lot of girls in this country who can play.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kazoka. And Coach, it's been a good conversation.
Always
we will
a
be coming back to it because we have some breaking news to